Welcome everyone. So the topic for today is KaOS or KaOS. I don't know how it's officially pronounced, but whatever, I like to call it KaOS, so yeah. But nonetheless, so I've been using this distro for about 3 weeks, give or take, and I will pretty much be talking about my experience using this distro for the past 3 weeks, what I think about it, what I like, what I don't like, and yeah. But what I can definitely say is that for the most part, I do like this distro. So right now I have KaOS set up the way I like it. However, initially it was set up something like this. And you didn't have the dock, of course, but whatever, you can install that yourself. But nonetheless, this was the first distro that I've seen that has the taskbar to the right side. And so it really caught my attention because it was pretty funny because I've seen taskbars, in their normal position, either on the top or the bottom. And I've also seen a distro once that has the taskbar at the left side, which is MX17, which I'll be taking a look at that distro. And I'll be making a video about it sometime. I really liked it. I did use it once, and yeah. But nonetheless, this was the first distro that I've seen the taskbar being on the right side, and I must say it is kind of a weird position. You don't really see people using their taskbar to the right side. It doesn't really seem even that comfortable. Of course, everyone has their own preferences. But that's how it was. It was at the right side, and also this was to the right side as well, which I personally am not used to that. However, the good thing about this is that you can easily just drag it. I think I had to unpin it first or something like that. But yeah, and you can also place this at the top really easily. Okay. There we go. So yeah, so KaOS uses KDE Plasma 5.13, so it features the newest Plasma version. And let me just say this: I have not really had like a lot of experience with KDE, simply because I did try it a while back, and I didn't really like it because it just kept freezing on me and just kept crashing. The package manager kept crashing. Just everything, just the whole system just kept crashing, and it just was not stable. I did not like my experience. However, this was the perfect opportunity for me to give KDE another chance, and you know what? It's been so far very stable. Hasn't crashed a single time, apart from what you just saw there with the taskbar. It hasn't really been causing any problems, any issues, nothing. It's been very stable, and also in comparison to before, I can definitely say that it's a bit lighter weight than before. Of course, KDE isn't the lightest desktop environment. You could try out XFCE if you want something more lightweight. But based on my computer and its specs, I think that it definitely runs pretty smooth, and I haven't really had to turn off any effects or anything like that, which in comparison to using the Cinnamon desktop environment, I had to turn off every single effect in order to make the experience smooth. But yeah, so what else is unique about this distro is that, well, it uses Octopi, and it also uses Pac-Man. So essentially, if you want to install a certain program, you may have a bit of trouble doing it because not every program is within the repository, and especially 32-bit programs are not supported. So if you like Steam, well, you might just have to go to the KaOS community packages, take a look there, and build and install the package yourself. Which it may drive away potential users, or it might catch the interest of certain users. Again, it's all about personal preference. Some people like the fact that the packages and the programs available are limited. Other people don't really find that idea a good one. It all depends on the person and what kind of needs you have. I personally, for my needs, I like it, it covers whatever I need. For example, if you need a web browser, which I'm sure you would, you have a couple of options here. Firefox and Google Chrome are the most famous ones, the most used ones. I personally like Vivaldi, but I just had to build and install the package, and it wasn't really much of a hassle doing so. But for example, with Plank, it was because primarily because of the dependencies. So I remember Plank had 3 dependencies, but once I was done getting the dependencies, each dependency had other dependencies, and it was just tedious and a hassle to get Plank to work. And actually, right now I'm using the Latte dock, which is the only dock available for this distro. It's a good dock, and I like it. I mean, it gets the job done. It's like any other dock. The thing that I don't like about it is that it's not that lightweight, and so it kind of just feels sluggish. I don't know if you can see that, but it just feels sluggish just going through it and getting a program to open. Plank is a lot faster, at least in my experience. But the problem is, the reason why I'm still not using it is because the icons that you see right here weren't displayed on Plank for some reason. And some icons were in fact also missing. So it was already a hassle enough to install Plank, so I wasn't even bothered to fix the icons. But nonetheless, I mean, these are, for me, minor issues. I mean, the dock still gets the job done. This also gets the job done as well, at least for me personally. Like I said, if you don't feel like building your own and installing your own packages, well, maybe this might not be for you. But if you like a limited repository, well, this might be for you. But yeah, so I don't know. I really like this distro so far. It has some really good wallpapers, as you can see here. I can even apply some of them to kind of show you what they look like. Oops. Usually I go on the internet to try to find some good wallpapers, but this distro seems to come with a really good set of wallpapers. Like, I really like them. Again, I mean, as a whole, it's been really good. I've had no trouble with the Wi-Fi, which other distros tend to give me trouble in terms of that. And like I said, it's really stable. It's been a pretty smooth experience for me. It did teach me a couple new things, which I like. Literally, the only thing that has been actually bothering me was the startup. So for some reason, when I try to boot into my laptop, it would either work on the first time, or it would take multiple failed attempts to get into my system, because sometimes it would just freeze or just stall during the startup process. And I don't know what the cause of this is. I haven't really, taken a deeper look into it. Maybe I should, because this has been really getting annoying, because yesterday I had to try to boot into my system 4 times and it worked on the 5th. So I'm not really liking that. I mean, it's not too big of a deal, but I don't know, I just feel the need to fix the problem, whether it means fixing the problem with this distro or just replacing the distro as a whole. I don't know. I mean, that and the limited like packages available. I mean, for now, I haven't really been having the need to install other types of programs. I think that I have the ones that I need. But maybe in the future, I may end up replacing this distro with something else. But yeah, like I said, as a whole, the experience has been great. I advise you guys to check this out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.